Well, folks, Gypsy Rose has officially deleted all of her social media accounts. And man, oh man, this happened in record time. It seemed like it was just yesterday that I was sitting here making a video about her being released from prison, warning you all that this would happen, warning you all that the internet would eventually turn on Gypsy, that they would try to cancel Gypsy, that this and that would happen, and here we are. All of that stuff has already transpired. It only took about a week for people to turn on Gypsy, and over the past couple of months, it's been pretty harsh. I don't feel bad for her at all, because this is what she wanted. This is what she asked for. This is the automatic thing. When she got out of jail, her first priority was not getting her life in order. Her first priority wasn't getting settled down in her new house. Her first priority was not, getting accustomed to life in the outside as a free woman. Her first priority was to get in front of every camera she possibly could. And she absolutely loved it. This was not a woman that was forced to do talk shows. This was not a woman that was forcefully followed around by paparazzi. This was a woman that loved every minute of it. She loved every second of it. You could go back and look at the interviews. You can go back and look at the talk shows, the podcast. She was eating it up. She was living it up. And she thought that would last forever. She thought the goodwill would last forever. But as I've said before, when you have someone that has offered nothing of value to the world, eventually people are going to question, why is this person put in front of me on every TV show, every reality show, every newspaper, every social media post? It only took people about 7 or 8 days to get tired of it. And they got so tired of it to the point that they lashed out. And now she's dealing with the consequences. Now, I've said before, I don't know if Gypsy can handle this mentally. Because social media and social media backlash, it can weigh on you pretty heavy. It's easy for people to say, oh, that's not real life. Don't look at what people are saying. But the reality is, it is real life. And what people say, it does affect some people. Me having a platform nowhere near as large as Gypsy's, I deal with backlash and people talking trash every single day. But I'm a big boy. I can handle it. When I started making YouTube videos, I went in knowing that was a possibility. And when I share my opinions, which are strong opinions, and I'm not afraid to tell you how I feel, I know that sometimes people will be offended by that. But when it comes to Gypsy, we're dealing with someone who has lived a very unique life. We're dealing with someone that's from a very unique situation, a very delicate situation. And, what people can say to me and what people can say to Gypsy, two different things. You can make fun of me a little bit, yeah. But when it comes to Gypsy, you can really pick at her past, a traumatizing past. You could talk about the fact that she murdered her mother. These are things that will weigh on her heavy, regardless if she wants to acknowledge it or not. So I knew, that she would have to be a very tough person with some really thick skin to actually to be able to put up with what social media was going to throw at her. Now, she's someone who's been in prison for 8 years. She's someone who literally killed her mom, so you would think that maybe she would be capable of handling this stuff. But the reality is, a lot of people aren't. Even someone that is capable of doing 8 years in prison, even someone that is capable of murdering their own mother, is not capable of dealing with haters on social media. Now that should show you how real this stuff gets for people. A lot of people are not able to tune this stuff out. So now she's deleted her Instagram, she's deleted her TikTok, and it looks to me like, as of right now, I don't know if this is like, oh, I'm going to deactivate it and I'll reappear later. I don't know if this is just another, grasp for attention, or maybe this is, oh, feel bad for me, I'm a victim, look at all these people saying mean things. But it looks like she couldn't handle it. And she's possibly regretting her decision right now. I mean, the money is good, but the way this can weigh down on you mentally, spiritually, and physically, it's often not worth it. I've said from day one, the best thing for Gypsy would be to get out of jail and disappear. Go live your private life somewhere, hopefully somewhere where no one even recognizes you. And try to live a normal life that you never got to live. But Gypsy made the wrong decision. She got out, she wanted to go the celebrity route, and now it's too late. You can delete your Instagram, you can delete your TikTok, but Gypsy has now become a topic of discussion. We talk about it here. They're talking about it in tabloids and media outlets all over the world. She introduced herself as a topic of discussion, and it's not going to just disappear. The conversation surrounding Gypsy Rose is not just going to disappear because she deleted her social media accounts. Now, if she got out and put a different type of energy into the world when she first got out of jail, we wouldn't be having this conversation. But she put a certain energy out, and now the world is matching that energy, and she can't handle the energy that she's receiving. That's basically what's happening here. Now, Gypsy Rose deleting social media and getting canceled, it's probably a good thing. Let's be real here, folks. It's probably a good thing. It's probably a good thing for society. Because we don't want to send this message that, hey, you could do things like kill your mom and then you'll become rich and famous. You'll become one of the top social media influencers in the world. You'll get 8 million followers and millions of dollars. Companies from around the world will send you free products to advertise. You'll get on this reality show, that TV show, that podcast. That's not a message that we want to send to the outside world. Now listen, for someone like me, this is a good thing. You're giving me content to talk about. You're giving me things to talk about. So personally, for me, Gypsy Rose deleting social media, that's not a good thing for me. Having these controversial, ridiculous people being paraded around like celebrities, it is terrible for society. But it's good for my YouTube channel. But I'm not a selfish person. I will put my own gains to the side for the gain of the common man, mankind, if you will. You know what I mean? So ever since Gypsy Rose got out and started getting treated like a celebrity, there's been rumblings going on behind the scenes. Now you got people like Casey Anthony trying to get a reality show as well. So this may become a new trend where murderers or people who are accused of murder, these really shady individuals, will start being treated as reality TV stars. It looks like this is the next trend. This looks like where reality TV is headed. And once again, that is horrible for society. But it's great for my YouTube channel. I can make plenty of videos about this stuff. I could talk about this stuff all day, and it will be entertaining, it will be interesting, it will be controversial, I'll make it funny. It'll be great for my channel, but it is bad for society. Therefore, even though I would personally gain from Casey Anthony having a reality show, I will personally gain from Gypsy Rose acting an ass on social media and hopping in front of every camera she can. I would personally gain from that, but I would rather not. If it happens, I'm going to be here. I'm going to call it out. But for society's sake, I would rather this stuff not happen. So Gypsy Rose deleting Instagram and TikTok, it's a great thing for our society. Not a great thing for my YouTube channel, but it's good for all of you all. It's good for your kids. It's good for my future kids. It's good for the future of America. But all in all, at the end of the day, I hate to always say it, but I saw this one coming. A lot of you saw it too. We had these discussions. We've talked about it a few times on this channel. And now everything that we talked about a couple of weeks ago that people were disagreeing with, now it's come to fruition. Now it's happening in front of our faces. So she's deleted her social media accounts. Who knows what will come next? But if she's already buckling and folding under the small amounts of pressure that she's gotten so far. Imagine how bad things will be if she actually does something, you know, like she said some things that people don't like, but what if she does something bad? What if she gets caught up in something real? Imagine how people are going to come down on her then. So at the end of the day, I hope that Gypsy Rose is getting ready because she chose this life and it's not going to disappear. One thing, people love seeing someone rise to the top, but they love watching your downfall even more. So now that the tabloids have already hooked their hooks into Gypsy Rose, like a freaking trout or a bass, they've got her run the mouth, they're not going to let her go. They're going to fully invest in her downfall, and they're going to document her downfall as it happens. And we'll be right here watching it as well. So for now, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you would like to donate to the channel, you can do so via Cash App. I'll have my Cash App in the pinned comment. Or you can support the channel for free by liking and subscribing. But with that being said, I'll talk to you all very soon in the next one.